A pleasant welcome to all my dear 5th standard children. Today we are going to learn about the second part of your natural calamities. So, in your science subject, your 13th lesson from your 5th standard, in your science subject, your 13th lesson is about natural calamities. So, in the previous part, we saw about the first part, right? So, what are natural calamities, and also we saw in detail about what is earthquake, how the earthquake is formed, and what are all the effects of the earthquake you have learned, right? Now, in this session, in the second part of this session, we are going to learn about the remaining natural calamities in detail, right? So, we know that there are natural calamities like earthquake, volcano, cyclone, floods, landslide, drought, and fire, forest fire, okay, tidal waves. So, these are all the natural calamities you know, right. So, now we are going to see about floods. So, what are floods? So, due to heavy rainfall or when the dams are filled. So, when there is an opening of the dam, so the nearby slopes are filled with the water. So, thereby the people cannot able to live in that particular places, right. So, there will be damage in the property of their people, okay. So, flood. So, due to heavy rainfall, people will suffer to live in that particular places there. So, heavy rainfall. So, you can see because of heavy rainfall. So, even in Chennai recently there was a flood, right. So, because of the heavy rainfall, so there will be people who will move from their homes, right. So, where there the water will be filled, in their nearby places. So, that is known as floods. So, here you can see the floods, right. So, this one is landslide. So, what is landslide? So, landslides are nothing but in the hilly areas or in the mountains. So, suddenly when there is soil is eroded, okay. So, the lands are slided away. So, due to there is no trees, so the soil or the land or the mud is eroded away, it can be slided down. So, where there is slopes, the mud or the sand will deposit in that particular places. So, mostly in the hilly regions, in mountains and all, we can see the landslides, okay. So, the next one we are going to see about is volcano. So, volcano is a natural calamity, right. So, what is a volcano? So, volcano is a opening on the earth's surface where the hot magma from the layer of the earth or the gases comes out through that opening, right. So, this is known as volcano. So, volcano is usually a hilly place, or it can be it can be on the mountains, right. Now, let us see, you can see here. So, wherever there is mountains, so the hot molten rocks which is present at the mantle region. So, the magma is nothing but the hot molten rocks that is present in the magma region. So, magma is the layer hot molten rocks, and mantle is the second layer of the earth layers, right. So, from this mantle region the magma originates, the magma comes from the mantle region. So, in the mantle region you learned there is full of hot molten rocks are present, right. So, these hot molten rocks sometimes come through the tunnels or wherever the there is gap. So, through that gap these hot molten rocks comes out through the way, and thereby it will come out through the hilly or mountain openings, right. So, this is known as volcano. So, now let us see some part of the volcano, right. So, here you can see this is the diagram of a volcano. So, in your natural calamities lesson, your volcano is your diagram part. So, you have to draw the diagram and you have to mark the parts of the volcano, right. So, this is the volcano, right. So, here you can see under the volcano, under the earth's surface, there is a layer, the second layer after the crust. So, after the crust, the second layer is known as mantle region. So, the mantle region consists of hot molten rocks or gases will be present. So, this hot molten rocks or gases are known as magma. So, this magma, it will come out through a vertical tunnel. So, this vertical tunnel, this is known as vent. V-E-N-T. So, through the vertical tunnel which is known as vent, through the vent the magma comes out of the volcano and the opening of the volcano, right. So, the opening of the volcano where the magma comes out of the volcano. So, this opening is known as crater. So, crater is the opening of the volcano where the magma comes out, right. And when the magma comes out of the earth's surface, so it will flow down, right. So, this magma when it is coming out of the earth's surface is known as lava. So, when the magma comes out of the earth's surface, we should not call it as magma. When the magma present under the earth's surface is known as magma, but once it comes out of the volcano, it is known as lava. So, after that the lava cools down and gets hardened and converted into rocks, right. So, here when the hot molten rocks or gases comes out, so there will be some smoke, ashes will be formed. So, here you can see many gases, smoke is formed, smoke or we can say gas cloud, right. So, this is the parts of the volcano. So, you have to draw the diagram neatly and you have to mark the magma, vent, crater, ash, cloud or smoke and lava. So, this is the structure of volcano, right. So, now we are going to see based on this structure, we can classify the volcano into 3 types, okay. So, what are they? The first type. So, there are 3 types of volcanoes. So, the first type is known as active volcano. So, this explain the different types of volcano is your 5-mark question, okay. So, now let us see there are 3 types of volcanoes. So, first one is active volcano. What is active volcano? Active volcano are the volcanoes that have already erupted and it may erupt in future also. So, those volcanoes are called as active volcano. So, active volcano already erupted and may erupt any time. So, that volcanoes are called as active volcano. So, what are the examples of active volcano? One is Barren Island. So, Barren Island which is in Andaman. So, Barren Island which is in Andaman and Mount Vesuvius which is in Italy, Mount Erebus in Antarctica, and Mount Fuji in Japan. So, these are all the examples of active volcanoes. So, what is active volcano? Active volcanoes are the volcanoes that already erupted and it may erupt in future any time. Okay, so those volcanoes are called as active volcanoes. So what are the examples? So in India, at Andaman Island, we can see a active volcano which is known as Barren Island, and in Italy, the active volcano is Mountain Vesuvius, and in Antarctica, Mountain Erebus, and in Japan, Mountain Fuji. These are the examples of active volcano. Now let's see the second volcano. The second type of volcano is known as dormant volcano. So what is dormant volcano? So dormant volcanoes are the volcanoes that have not erupted but it may erupt in future. Okay, so not erupted but may erupt in future. Okay, so till now it has not erupted but it may erupt in future anytime. So those volcanoes are called as dormant volcano. So what are the examples of dormant volcano? So mountain Kilimanjaro. So mountain Kilimanjaro, which is in Tanzania in South Africa. So at Africa, okay. So Tanzania is in Africa, and the second example is Narcondam. So Narcondam, which is in Andaman. Okay, so these two examples are dormant volcanoes. So what is dormant volcano? Dormant volcanoes are the volcanoes it has not erupted but it may erupt in future. Example, mountain Kilimanjaro, which is in Africa, and mountain Narcondam, which is in Andaman, right? So these are the examples of dormant volcano. Now let's see the third type of volcano, which is known as extinct volcano. Very good. Extinct volcano. So what are extinct volcano? So extinct volcanoes are the volcanoes that have not erupted but it will not erupt in future also. So those volcanoes are called as extinct volcano. Okay, so extinct volcano not erupted and not expected to erupt in future. So it has become inactive, right? So those volcanoes are called as extinct volcano. Example, Emperor Seamount Chain, so which is in Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean. So Emperor Seamount Chain in Pacific Ocean, and Zwaardwell volcano. Zwaardwell, which is in Netherlands. Okay, so the third type of volcano is known as extinct volcano. What is an extinct volcano? So extinct volcano has not erupted and it will not erupt hereafter in future also. So it has become inactive. So those volcanoes are called as extinct volcano. What are the examples of extinct volcano? Zwaardwell volcano, which is in the Netherlands, and Emperor Seamount Chain volcano, which is in the Pacific Ocean, right? So these are the three types of volcanoes, and these are the examples of the types of volcanoes, right? So now let's see about the next natural calamity. So the next natural calamity is about tidal waves. So what are tidal waves? So here you can see, right? So this is known as tidal waves, or in Japanese we can say it as tsunami. So what is tsunami? Tsunami is nothing but harbor waves. So tsunami means in Japanese it is known as harbor waves. So this tsunami, okay, the sea water can enter into the land with great speed, nearly up to, it will come at a speed of 800 kilometers per hour, and the height of the tidal wave, it can rise up to 15 meters height. Okay, so this is known as tsunami, right? So the tsunami can cause massive damage to life and properties, right? So this is what tsunami is. Okay, and how this tsunami is caused? So here you can see the height of the tidal wave will be about 15 meters. So the height will be about 15 meters height, and the speed of the tsunami is about 800 kilometers per hour, right? And what is the meaning of the tsunami in Japan? So the meaning of the tsunami in Japan is, tsunami means harbor waves, right? Now, how this tsunami is caused, how it comes, how it happens. So, tsunami is caused by undersea earthquake, or it can be through volcanic eruption, and it can also occur due to landslides. Okay, so these are the ways how the tsunami is caused. So due to undersea earthquake, a tsunami can occur, or due to volcanic eruption in the oceans, the tsunami can occur, or due to landslides in the mountains that is present in the ocean, so there may be tsunami occur. Okay, wow. So these are all the causes of tsunami, right? Now, let's see one of the tsunami that happened in India. So in 2004, there was a earthquake under the Indian Ocean. Okay, so in Indian Ocean there was an earthquake. So because of that, in Chennai, particularly in Tamil Nadu, there was a tsunami, and because of that so many people has died, right? So still we can see people are every year they are reminding about that incident, right? Okay, so now let's see the next natural calamity, cyclone. Okay, so when there is a cyclone is nothing but Puyal. Okay, so when the wind comes at a very great speed, thereby there will be damage in the places, or there will be trees or uprooted. If suppose the buildings are very weak, okay, so the buildings will collapse and fall down. So every year we can face the cyclone, right? So the cyclone is also a natural calamity, right? And then this is avalanche. What is avalanche? Avalanche means pani puyal, they will say. Okay, so due to this, suddenly there will be a fall of icy mountain. So you can see, so this is known as avalanche. So avalanche is also a natural calamity. And melting of polar ice due to high earth temperature, so there will be melting of polar ice caps. So thereby there is increase in the sea level, right? So this is also a natural calamities that happens, okay. So in this session, you have learnt the remaining natural calamities. So you learnt about floods, landslides, cyclone, and also you learnt more about volcano and tsunami, right? So go through the lesson and read from the book so that you will come to know in detail about the 2-mark questions as well as the 5-mark questions. So hope this class is useful for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.